I'm so annoyed because I just filmed this video about 30 minutes ago, but the camera didn't focus, and I'm not gonna do you all like that. I'm not just gonna have me being blurry for 10 minutes straight whilst talking about something, some weird dystopian situation that's happened today in England. Right, so everyone stops complaining. Look how big this is. Done you one better. It's just here temporarily whilst I decide where everything's going to go. I've got 3 Elvises over there. I think I want to get like a... This has nothing to do with the video. I think I want to get a Rocky and Rambo, you know, some Sylvester Stallone stuff as well. I watched Creed 1 the other day, and it rekindled my love that I forgot I had for Sylvester Stallone. Also, I found an old memory stick. On the memory stick was a video that I'd done about like 8 years ago. Me, really squeaky voiced. It was a YouTube video for this channel I had 8 years ago that didn't go anywhere, so I deleted it. Well, it didn't go anywhere, I just didn't put any effort into it. And my voice was so high pitched, proper like, hi and welcome to today's video. So yes, this is this is my new YouTube channel, and I'm just gonna do whatever I want really, and maybe sometimes that'll be cooking stuff, maybe I'll just rant about things because I like ranting, and maybe I'll even do some motorbike vlogs because I like riding my moped around in the countryside. It was bizarre. Like, did my balls drop? Did my voice break living in London? Did London break me in more ways than one? Anyway, for today's video, I got sent this actually, and then I did see it in the news, saw it in the metro. Good old-fashioned clown world. You know when companies do that annoying thing when they pretend to care because they know it'll get them more sales? Like, you know when companies pretend to have personalities on Twitter so that you're just distracted by like the errant, out of control capitalism. No, this isn't going to be that type of video. So weird. Feel myself getting radicalised as I think about this. It's not going to be that type of video. I'm not the type of person to talk about capitalism, socialism, things like that. I'm not smart enough. It's not the point of this channel. But sometimes I see things that's like, fucking hell, who was so out of touch that they thought this was a good idea? Dettol, the cleaning product company. Dettol, yes. They put up advertisements on London Underground. Oh, it's so out of touch. Okay, I'll read you it. Tapping in. Standing on the right. Walking the length of the platform, standing well behind the yellow line, hearing the announcements from your favourite TfL worker. I will PayPal someone a £5 if they can tell me that they have a favourite TfL worker on their commute. I will PayPal you a fucking £5. Said no one, literally ever. People are still like too tired or too miserable to be noticing the other people around them. What are you talking about? Getting a seat. Yeah, right, not at rush hour. Half reading a newspaper. The flicker of light through the tunnels. I don't like getting the tube, I don't get it anymore, I refuse to. I don't like when the tube stops in the middle of the tunnel, because then I start to think, oh, what if another tube crashes into this tube and I die? Even though I know there's parameters in place to make sure that doesn't happen. There's a system in the tubes. It's not just like anarchy on the underground. But what if the government try and do me in? Because of course they were trying doing the big Alizee Yeezy. Of course Boris Johnson is trying to like snipe me on the tube. What am I talking about? Giving up a seat, listening to a podcast, laughing out loud, remembering there are other people, saying sorry. Ha! So British, am I right? Avoiding eye contact, checking Insta. How? You're underground, there's no signal. Like, how did you forget that main fact? Minding the gap. Standing on the right again. Tapping out. Getting an hour to yourself in the morning. Yeah, they didn't mention the part where it's like get an hour yourself to the morning until you go to that soul-destroying, that crushing job that you hate under fluorescent bright lights for 9 hours a day, listening to your boss go on about stuff that doesn't really matter, doesn't really mean anything, is imaginary. Jobs that one day could be obsolete from humans being in them, thanks to AI. Though if we produce AI, will AI really want to help us render some jobs obsolete, or will AI just want to kill us? I think AI just will want to kill us because, well, seems like the logical choice, doesn't it? Maybe we'll prevent adverts like this coming up. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, disinfect hands regularly so we can do it all again tomorrow. The little things we do help protect the little things we love. Keep protecting. You proletariat, you. How desperate are they to get people back into offices? There's a second advert. Hearing an alarm. Same premise as the first. Little things we love. No one likes hearing an alarm. If you like hearing an alarm, you are probably a cyborg, some type of robot, some type of android. Nobody... If someone... No, actually, no, because you'll all say that you like hearing alarms just so I PayPal all of you £5. I know your game. You can't fuck with this brain. Don't even try it. Putting on a tie. Carrying a handbag. Receptionists. Just, what about them? Just receptionists are there. Okay, there's receptionists over there. Hello, Jen. How are you today? Oh, okay, great. What does that even mean? Receptionists just exist. What is this? Caffeine-filled air. Or cocaine-filled if you work in sales. Taking a lift. Seeing your second family. Do people actually think that about their workmates? Do they really? Water cooler conversations. Who in England calls it a water cooler? I've never heard a British person. British. How do you know someone's British? They say British. I've never heard a British person say water cooler. Advertisements just confuse me. Did they ever get seen by real everyday people before they get published? Proper bants in an office. How can you can't have proper bants in an office. Like, your boss won't appreciate it if you email around, you know, some meme about nonces or Prince Harry. That's the same thing, Prince Andrew nonces. Can I say, am I going to get sued? Alleged that was a joke. Well, fuck off. Fuck off. I don't care. What's the Queen going to do? Snipe me as well? Look out the window and the royal family are just there. Like, you know, the dot appears at my forehead as they're about to snipe me. I'm just annoyed about having to do this whole video again. You cannot have proper bants in an office. I've worked in offices, I've done loads of jobs. I'm not like those other YouTubers. I worked sometimes I did 60 hours a week when I was in a sales call. I know what it's like to be part of the real world and have real jobs, hence why I'm not entitled. Just firing shots at everyone. You cannot have banner at an office. It's cringe or inappropriate, not suitable for the working environment. The boss's jokes. I refuse to laugh at someone's bad jokes. I'm that type of horrible person. You know when someone, like, you know when people always make jokes and they laugh at their own jokes even though, like, they're really bad? I'm not going to pander to you just because you pay my wage. I'm just going to sit there stony faced like... This is why I don't do conventional work anymore, because I don't do well with authoritative figures. Plastic plants. Oh, it's so, like, dystopian, isn't it? It's so... What is it? Shit, what is it? Do androids dream of electric sheep? Where, spoiler alert, he has a fake robot sheep just as on the top of his building as a status symbol that he can afford, because, like, having a real animals are so rare that they're all the rage to have one, but he has a robot one because he can't afford a real one, but he wants to, you know, be seen as a high-flying member of society, right? Plastic plants. Same energy, isn't it? Let's not have real plants that'll give oxygen back into the immediate atmosphere. Let's have plastic ones and pretend we're not in this weird dystopia. Office gossip. Technically, YouTube is kind of my office, and I gossip about other. I join in with gossiping about other YouTubers, don't I? So I can't really slate that one. Those weird carpets. Face-to-face meetings. Not having to make lunch. Now, how cheaper it is to make lunch. Do you know how many fucking bad boy Marmite sandwiches you can get out of a loaf of bread and a jar? You can get loads, right? It's like pennies per serving. Meanwhile, in central London, you want to go out for a slice of avocado toast. You are looking at minimum £6.50, sometimes £8. And it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot cheaper. Like, people are probably kind of liking that it's a lot cheaper to make their own food. What are you saying? Why Dettol, a cleaning product company, bleach romanticising labour and commuting to your soul-destroying job. What is going on? Is this an Illuminati trick? Because they're getting pretty sloppy, because a lot of people didn't like this either. CCing. BCCing, I don't know what that means. Accidentally replying all, tee-hee, never done that. Not a lobotomite. Hearing buzzwords. No one likes hearing buzzwords. If I had to hear the new normal one more time, I'm gonna bash my head so hard against this wall, it's gonna have a constant dent, and that's gonna be my new normal. I signed up to a gym because I wanted to swim in the pool. Right, talking to the gym bloke, and this was only like a few weeks ago, okay? Everyone's been throwing around the phrase the new normal, globally it seems, for the past 6 or 7 months, right? Some of it I don't think is too bad actually, because people are being more hygienic, and that's always a plus, isn't it? Wash your hands. But this gym bloke, we were talking about, you know, the hygiene and how often they're cleaning all the equipment and blah, 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 and social distancing in place at the gym. And he turned around and went, well, what we're doing at the moment is what we personally like to call the new normal. It's like, what do you mean we person? What do you mean? Everyone's been saying that globally for the past 6 months. What are you talking about? I hate buzzwords. I hate when people use buzzwords. They think that they are being individualistic, but everyone's saying them, hence that's the point of a buzzword. I can never stop looking at my rats. They're just adorable. They're hiding under some tea towels. I can just see this tea towel moving around. I'm upset. I'm upset about this. Leaving early for a cheeky afternoon in the sun. The only good thing about this list. Blah, blah, blah. The little things we do help protect the little things we love. Reading these 2 advertisements just aged me about 10 years. What? If companies aren't going to learn what has been obvious for a long time, a lot of office work can be done remotely. People are still going to work the same, oh God. People probably work better actually, being at home, having to waste 2 hours of their life every single bloody day on a commute. If people are happier, they're going to be better at doing their workload, though the point of life shouldn't be just to work 40 plus hours a week so you can barely afford your renting your mortgage. I'm not going to start ranting about that kind of stuff, but I do feel like I'm being radicalised a little bit. I'm not going to start talking about capitalism, socialism. It's not for me. There are other channels that can talk about that way better, way more versed, way more intellectual than I can. Just doesn't sit right with me, some bloody cleaning company telling people, get back to the offices and do some work. We could have all learned something from this lockdown, guys. I don't have any answers for that type of thing though. Why can't there be some healthy middle ground to everything? I don't have the answers. I'm not going to pretend I do. So I'm going to stop talking about it. But just so out of touch. Who the fuck in England has ever said water cooler? What are you talking about? That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like and subscribe. I make new videos whenever I feel like it. Follow me on Instagram and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!